If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Welcome to Billy Ho Sports. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like and comment on the videos. I hope you enjoy the show. Now, let's go. Hello, Billy Ho here, coming at you week 5 NFL DraftKings main slate. We are going to talk wide receivers today, last skill position of the week. And I don't have all the injury news and updates, but we'll do the best we can going through them. First of all, welcome to Billy Ho Sports. I am Billy Ho. You can find me on Twitter at Billy Ho Sports, newly changed handle. Quite happy with that. The other announcement is we're going to try to have an upcoming NFL main slate contest with $250 in total prizes. And we're going to pay $200 up top to first. We're going to pay $30 to second, and we're going to pay $20 to third. And it's going to be invites once we reach 250 subscribers on Billy Ho's YouTube channel. So leave your DraftKings username in the comments once you subscribe, or there will be a thread in the description to take you straight to the Twitter, to the pinned tweet. So retweet that, give it a like, reply with your DraftKings username. Main thing is we need to get some sort of way to privately contact you to get your Cash App information in order to pay you, because this is going to be a free roll. So it will be a free contest on DraftKings, and we will handle the payouts. Now, on to week 5. London game, Giants and Packers, 9:30 Eastern Standard. Don't forget to set your players in your home leagues. And we are going to get on in it and take a look at some teams. I got them kind of split up a little bit differently in sort of 2-game slates, as you might say, and that might be kind of how people stack lineups. So let's take a look. All right. So what we are looking at here is going to be a couple of games. I'm just going to start it off light. I highlighted the Chargers at Cleveland and the Niners at Carolina because I'm not super interested in this game, so we'll kind of gloss over it. You obviously have Deebo Samuel, who's a stud. The guy I like in that game is kind of a little bit as low priced as Brandon Ayuk. I think him and Christian McCaffrey might make a nice little 1v1 mini stack. I don't have a lot of interest. I mean, of course, obviously we got Mike Williams in the Cleveland game. Maybe run back Amari. The Cleveland, I mean, it's not like the Chargers are super dope at coverage. So Amari Cooper really, and me included, let everybody down last week with this one sorry catch in the dome. That was a weird slate of games. I don't 100% trust Brissett, so I'll probably just live with Cooper busting my head if he does. Don't have a lot of interest in the pass catchers for Carolina. The only player is probably, that's why I'm going quick. So, going over to the other game, I have DeAndre Carter and Palmer. If Palmer's out, DeAndre Carter becomes very interesting play at 3,900. So keep an eye on that. I did hear a Discord member, our 10K winner, Jose, mentioned this guy last week, David Bell. He didn't quite come through, but he got some snaps. And like I said, that game was jacked up. So maybe this is the week to Bell. Ring that bell. You never know. So on to the next set of games. Like I said, I mean, the top price guys, you could play Debo. If you want to try to fit Debo and CMC or either one of these guys in the same stack, like Mike Williams and Chubb, obviously Chubb, but we're talking wide receivers. So that I'm kind of out. most of those games myself. Anyway, this is going to be the two games everybody loves. So Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Philly, and Arizona. And so what we're looking at here is I do believe we need to axe out another game here. We're not talking about that one yet. So Pittsburgh, Buffalo, we'll get to that in a minute. So basically, it's A.J. Brown and it's Marquise Brown up top. The big stack is the one everybody's going to be doing is the Tom Brady onslaught. Hearing everybody talk about it sucks because it's such a juicy. I mean, you play Tom Brady, you can throw in Fournette, you got Evans and Godwin, you got maybe the punt tight end, you got punt tight ends on both sides, Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Hesse will start over for Pitts. I kind of like Hesse. I know I said I wasn't going to be punting tight end, but sometimes when injury brings in a guy, you know, we can look at him. He's 2,500. So Parker Hesse, if he hadn't already kind of been involved, you know, a little bit, you know, like he had that one catch for 22 yards last week. And, you know, somebody's got to catch the ball. Now, they may need him for blocking. So, like I said, I'm going to have slivers of where I have to punt. Like if I'm doing these Brady onslaughts, I'll have some Hess coming back the other way. The other guy, of course, that's a tight end. So I need to get off that shit. So the guys we need to talk about down here, Russell Gage, keep an eye on his health. If he's out, maybe Perryman gets some love. Rondale Moore appears to be back. I really like him as a low price play. And this is my low price special run back guy right here. Olamide Zaccheaus. He not getting a lot of targets, but maybe with Pitts out, he picks up 5 or 6 targets. And he always gets down the field for a good gain or two. So I like him to pay off the 4K with 1 or 2 catches, really. And maybe you get lucky and he catches one of those. Like I look up every now and then, and there's a 40-yard bomb in the end zone. And I'm hope. Remember back in the day, you hoped it was like Ridley or Julio, and it was Zaccheaus. So keep that in mind. He's a bomb. Scotty Too Hot, he's a bomb. Quez Watkins kept showing up going to the Philly game. He kept showing up a lot, and I don't like this guy. He's the guy you definitely have to have the one big play. He's 3,600, so I guess he's similar both to Olamide Zaccheaus. And so it's boom or bust. You know, he either pays it off or you get a 0. But I think Zaccheaus has a better floor. That's why I like him. I'd rather pay the 400 extra to get him. So that's all we got about that. So moving on to some other games. Of course, you know, Philly, Arizona. We are finishing up with that. A.J. Brown. And of course, you got Devontae Smith in there. And Evans and Godwin are no-brainers. London is going to be the main pass catcher, so maybe all the coverage goes to him, or he gets 17 targets. So if you think he gets 17 targets and catches 8 for 86 and a touchdown, that's fine with me. I'll run that all day. All right, now we're getting over to Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and it's going to be Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Dallas Rams. So, you know, everybody's going to be trying to play team jam them in with Cooper Kupp. It's going to be really tough to do any Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs stacking with the prices. CeeDee Lamb, keep an eye on his health. McKenzie, I have not heard. We should know today if he clears concussion protocol. He shed the so I don't know if he was able to shed the red non-contact jersey. So, you know, he's the main slot guy. But if he does miss, I will play Shakir. So don't get it twisted. Bouncing over to the Dallas game, I kind of if Lamb is a no-go, I really like Noah Brown to step in and soak up a lot of that because Gallup is still reacclimating himself, and I think everybody will play Gallup because they know the name. So keep an eye on that one. And then across the way in the Buffalo game for our run backs, you know, we've got a couple of guys in Claypool and Pickens. I don't know if I'll pay the freight for Deontay Johnson. Uh, Buffalo's pretty tough on main wide receivers, and he's just kind of this possession guy. So he only had 4 targets last week, and that's just I don't know. To be honest with you, this might be a wait and see game because Pickett only had that one half of work. So you got your Freiermuth, and then you got Pickens. So Pickens, I believe that was the rapport that was shown the best. I don't like Skoranek paying down for that. He just doesn't seem to have any kind of upside. So I'm an AR2. You got to show me. Gabe Davis, I'm very interested in, and I know I said something about that the other day, but he has shed the injury tag, and this dude can ball. I'm seeing more of week 1 type of game rather than week 2 or 3, or I mean 3 or 4. Dawson Knox is out in this game. I don't think I'll take the other tight end, but that just might throw a little bit more. And if McKenzie misses, it's Gabe Davis all day. So keep an eye on that one. The next set of games we're going to bring up, I do believe will be the Houston, Jacksonville, and Chicago, Minnesota. We all know where to go in Houston, Jacksonville. If you go Trevor Lawrence stack, I don't mind Zay Jones. Christian Kirk's a lock. If you're playing Lawrence, you're playing Kirk. That's just it. But then you have Marvin Jones, who's I really have not seen. See, he was just, but see, you got to toss that game. He still get 5, 6, 7 targets sooner or later, man. Marvin Jones is going to be like no % owned, and he's going to have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. This might be the week, actually. Take a chance. I might make a mental note of that. Take a shot on Marvin Jones and just see what happens because he's still getting the snaps. And Zay Jones, Q tag, but he's going to be good to go. Now, on the other side, it's obviously Cooks, but I'm getting a little bit more interested in paying down for Nico Collins. The 3 for 82 is encouraging, but he's had a solid, I mean, if you want to call it a floor, he's only 4,200, and he ain't killing you. 1.5 to 2x and close to 3, almost 3x last week. And they're going to be chasing again. So Nico Collins, put that in your lizard brain. And moving on down, and the guys you're going to play, Thielen, he's still priced too high, but that's the perfect slotted game for him to have a good day is at home on a 1 o'clock game. Justin Jefferson, obviously, stud. I love Mooney as the run back in that game. If I play anybody on Chicago at all, it's going to be Mooney. Period. End of story. So the next game, set of games up, I'm going kind of fast here, but by now you kind of got an idea on where you want to go. This is going to be Seattle, New Orleans, and Miami and the Jets. So Mike Thomas is out. You can obviously play Olave, but the pay down options are down here with Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith. They both play about the same amount. I think Callaway had the snaps last week, but Smith was kind of coming back from injury. So I'm liking this. I think maybe him and Andy Dalton will have some love for each other. So I prefer Callaway. I think Callaway's the bigger receiver. Traquan's the speedier receiver. So I don't know. Pick your poison there. Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, all those guys. If you don't play any of the running backs for New Jersey, they all have potential. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Seattle pass catchers. I really have a hard time thinking that Metcalf's going to go off again. He might. I don't know. Is Geno going to cook? I mean, that was the game of his life in a perfect spot. He couldn't have had an easier opponent. He's going to have a much tougher opponent this week. I actually kind of like just dipping over as penny again. So I don't know what I'll do with that just yet. Keep an eye on Tyreek Hill. The quad questionable for Sunday, limited practice Friday, and the same to Jalen Waddle. So them going up and playing the Jets, if either one or the other or both are out, you're going to be looking to running backs. So you can't really put too much of an emphasis on all this stuff just yet. You got to make sure you know who's in and who's out, so you can find that value when you're looking for it. But I just wanted to kind of do something a hair bit different and do some kind of a morning, afternoon, kind of 2-game slate type things, because that might be the way you're stacking. So I appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget about the contest. The weekly contest is in the description. And so keep an eye on that. And join the Discord that's in the description. Shout out to the Flophouse. Good job this week, fellas. We're doing all right in PGA. We got a few fellas with some runners. And NFL tomorrow. So let's get her done. And keep subscribing to the channel. We got to hit that 250. I'd like to do a Halloween type theme for the free roll. That'd be great if we could get her done by then. So I'm hoping word catches on. So pass it on to your friends. Anybody that plays DraftKings that get them on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, and then put their DraftKings username, and boom, you're in a free roll. Who doesn't want a free DraftKings contest with money? And it's not like those free rolls on DraftKings where you have 49,000 people in it and the top prize is $500. We're maybe going to have 100 people. Because 200, we'll have 250 subs, but not everybody's getting an invite to the contest because not all those subs play DraftKings. So you know how it is. And not everybody may put DraftKings usernames in there. So if you want a $200 up top prize for maybe 100 entries, here we go. So until the next video, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.